Hello Guardians, it is Ebontis. Xur is in the tower if you're looking for him, and I'm trying a different format today, so let me know in the comments what you think. For the exotic weapon, we've got Queenbreaker. You've got two different scope options. The biggest thing about this, it's not getting the linear fusion rifle nerf. It's going to be a heavy weapon, still might actually hit pretty hard. It's going to have blinding, and it's also possibly going to chain to enemies. So if you don't own Queenbreaker, could be a strong linear fusion rifle for Lightfall. You've got Hawkmoon with smooth grip, Hammer Forged Rifling, and Eye of the Storm. Decent roll, kind of depends on your preference. And for Dead Man's Tale, we've got Small Bore, Vorpal, and Handlaid stock. Decent roll here if you're looking for a Vorpal version of it. The only real legendary weapon that I would point out here is the third axiom. If you have a decent arc pulse rifle you like, then you can skip it. But if you're a newer player lacking an arc pulse rifle, nice to kind of fill out your selection with a Feeding Frenzy, Rampage, decent roll here. So don't skip out on this one if you're a newer player. For the Titan, we will start with the exotic. It is Eternal Warrior, and this is casting Fist of Havoc grants an overshield. Most people don't do this, but they are looking into helping roaming supers be better. So if you don't own this one at all, you might want to tuck this one away in the vault. As for legendary armor, the gauntlets are a total of 65. You know, decent spike in resilience. Intellect, I don't love that it's there, and the strength is decent, so it's actually not a bad one. Helm at a 63, big spike in recovery. The intellect is a little wasted, but you're not wasting anything on mobility, so it's okay. The 62 plate has 12 in mobility. Don't love that, is kind of wasted, and there's nothing in recovery. And the 61, we're just getting into low stats, even though the distribution is actually not too bad. For the Warlock, the exotic is the Wings of Sacred Dawn. You got a total of 61. Now, this is not a PvE roll because there's nothing in resilience. If you're looking for mobility on a Warlock, fine, but I think this is a little too much on this one personally. As for your legendaries, you've got high mobility on the top two, even though they are 65, so the mobility is kind of wasted. But you got a spike in recovery and discipline on the glove, so if you're looking for those spikes, that one actually still may be worth it. The cover, the 62, nothing wasted on mobility, high resilience, high recovery, decent PvE roll there. Skip the 59, and the robes are only okay, even though they're 65. They're decent, just don't love that much mobility personally. For the Hunter, we've got Young Ahamkara's Spined. This is more of a PvP exotic just because trip mines typically are more of a PvP grenade. Still a decent roll though with resilience, recovery, discipline, and strength, kind of your major spikes. Not a lot in mobility though, so it depends on if that's what you're looking for your build. If you're not, this one still may be good for you. For the legendaries, you got a 57, 59. Obviously, you can skip those. The 62 is insanely high spiked in mobility, just not much else in the top. So, you know, if you're looking for that mobility spike, maybe that helps you. As for the Holdfast Mask, it's decent. A little more resilience if you're looking for a bit of a PvE build. Trials is back this weekend with Zone Capture. It doesn't have the reputation boost this weekend, unfortunately, but it does have freelance. So if you're looking as a solo player to get a little bit more time in Trials before the season is up, I thought last week would be the last chance, but this seems like your final chance for freelance. That basically wraps it up for Xur. Nothing too dramatic here. Decent DMT, couple decent pieces of armor here and there if you're looking for, you know, filling slots or you're a newer player. As for legendary weapons, pretty weak this week, but freelance trials is here, so that's kind of an upside. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like below. Find me on Twitch or Twitter at Ebontis, but if you're new, hit that subscribe button. We're on our way to 100,000, and I'll see you soon.